Austin, if you'll give us just a second, we've got a surprise bonus for you here. This, Austin, is one of the just arrived special 50-inch Hisense 4K Ultra HD TVs. It's one of the newest models in America. It's an awesome TV, and we think that you'll be very happy with it. A surprise bonus from Dr. Lynn and Hisense International for the winner of the Hisense 300.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, outstanding sponsors, our friends from Hisense. We really, really appreciate your support of today's race and also the support of our sport. Let's hear from our race winner, and that's Austin Dillon. He drives a number 33 Ream Chevrolet for Richard Childress Racing. He's joined by car owner Richard Childress, crew chief Nick Harrison. This is Austin's fourth win in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. 3 of those wins, including today, Austin, you've recorded a perfect driver rating. And that's like having a perfect quarterback rating in a football game. It doesn't happen very often. You've had one here today, you had one at Kentucky Speedway, and you had one at Las Vegas.
Does that not count that last restart or something? Because that wasn't very perfect.
Well, I tell you what, it was close enough. And this is your second win in 2015, your first here at Charlotte. This has got to be a big deal, winning at Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Yeah, it's huge. I talked to Bob earlier in the weekend about North Carolina drivers that are still in our sport, and I know in the Cup Series there's only 2 of us, myself and Junior, and then I got my brother coming up in the Xfinity. So it's huge for us North Carolina boys to take home our trophy in our state. So it's very special on Memorial Day weekend also. So I'm very pleased. A lot of friends and family here. It's a special moment for sure.
Thank you very much. And Nick Harrison, always good to see you on Victory Lane.
This is my favorite part when he gets to talk.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, he told everybody in Victory Lane his favorite part about winning was my interview. So we'll see what kind of questions they ask.
Just talk about, though, when you unloaded Thursday and then, practice and then qualifying today. Certainly you had a lightning fast race car, and certainly that proved out today. But you had to do some things out there today. It just wasn't handed to you. So just talk a little bit about that.
Was you asking me, Kerry?
I was asking you, Nick. Yes, sir.
All right. Well, I didn't do a whole lot. I sat on the pit box and watched Austin drive. But from when we unloaded with a fast car. It's the same car we won at Vegas. We also run it at Texas. But I have a really hard-working team that don't mind working late or putting in the extra midnight oil, whatever it takes to put our best product on the track. And from Mike Sears and Danny Eflin and everybody that plays a big role on my team, they've definitely went the extra distance to make sure that Austin has very fast race cars every week when we get here. And we were fast off the truck, really tight, had to free it up an awful lot. But once we got Austin happy, I knew we'd have a shot today, and the outcome was great. So hats off to my team and my guys and ECR and everybody back at the fab shop and chassis shop and everybody puts all their heart and soul in our race cars.
Thank you, Nick. And Richard, congratulations on this win here today. And as Austin alluded to, it's always special to win here at your home track at Charlotte Motor Speedway, isn't it?
Yeah, and we got a lot of friends and family, grandmother, daughter, mother, everybody. We just got so many people here. It's really special. And to see Austin put the drive on like he did, it was just unbelievable. That restart kind of got our attention, and I just felt that if he could get to going, he could get back up there and have a shot to win. I was listening to one of the news things, and you, all of our great reporters out here would know, but someone on TV today said the last time someone won from the pole here was in '94, I think, when Jeff Gordon won. So that's a pretty good feat to even be put in his class. So just thank all the media for what all you do for us, and thank you.
Very good. We'll take questions now for our race-winning team. Raise your hand. We'll start here on the front row, Lynn, with Chris, and then we'll go back in the back to Kyle.
Chris Knight, GetTrends.com. Congratulations to you guys on the win. Austin, after that first pit stop, you came on the radio and said that the engine sounded funny, but you didn't seem concerned. Were you concerned?
I was just messing with my grandpa. I know it would make him heart jump a beat, but no, I don't know. It was in the draft or it was the wind on the backstretch. It would just change the pitch a little bit, and when you have a car like that, you just think it can't be. You know, I mean, it's hard to go through a whole race and not hear things a little bit, but you know, it stayed together well. Great power from ECR, so it worked out.
Let's go all the way back in the back to Kyle.
Kyle Magda, Race Chaser Online. Guys, to your right over here. Austin, you and I talked earlier. The car was so fast there in the race. Just talk about that restart there, losing the lead, and then getting it back and passing Denny Hamlin, and also that move going 3 wide with the lap car there to get the lead for good.
Yeah, you know, I feel like I learned something a few years back here at an Xfinity race. I was racing Kyle Busch, and it was the second race. So it got into the night, and I really learned a little bit of like a rhythm. This place, and my grandfather preaches it to me every time I get in the car. It's a rhythm track, so it's very important not to miss your line early in the corner. If you miss your line early, you kind of never can get it back. So when I got behind there, I just made sure I was hitting my line, and I can watch those guys when they'd come off the bottom just a little bit. Their nose would start to move up the track, and I could really gain off the corner, late exit. And I think the past, going back to it, I had tried to deal with that guy all day on lap traffic, so I think I guessed right on that one. So I was dealing with him all day, and then it was a perfect storm because Denny hadn't been up front having to probably work with him as much as I did. And when he went in on the top, I said, oh, here we go, here's my shot. And the 97 just stayed low off of 4 enough where I could stay in the middle. And I don't know if we door slammed or not, but it was pretty darn close. And coming off 2, my spotter, Andy Houston, did a great job to clear me. I could hear the tension in his voice. He was going clear, clear, clear. And it took a long time for me to go ahead and make myself clear, but it worked out.
Come up here to the
Thanks.
front row. Go ahead. Then we'll go to Stan, then we'll go to press box. Go ahead.
And thank you. CJ Wolliver with FoxSports.com. And my question's actually for Nick. Congratulations, buddy. But you're kind of Ty and Austin's guy. Whenever they go and they run, you know, outside when they're doing the truck series or the Xfinity series, even if it's a different team, you kind of go and you're helping out with the setups, that sort of thing. I kind of saw that last year. Tell us about that relationship that you have with Ty and Austin and working with these guys, helping them out in the lower tier division sometimes.
Well, I think last year when I went and helped both of them, I did Ty's Cup races, also Austin's truck races. It was a deal where our schedule was unique. The 33 team did some Cup races, also some nationwide truck races, and my team was able to float around and help them on their special events. So this year we're running for the Owners' Championship in the 33 nationwide, Xfinity series, and Menard, Austin, and Brandon Jones, who run last week, split that. But working with Ty and Austin, both are very fun. They're very talented, very down to earth, and have a lot of talent. So whenever you got guys that you have fun with on and off the track, which they have a pretty cool spot over there right outside Lexington I like to hang out at when I get time too. So they're a fun group, a lot of fun to be around on and off the track, and glad to go to the racetrack any chance I get to go with them.
Let's go to Stan, and then Steve right here, and then we'll go to the press box. Go ahead, Stan.
It's Stan Creekmore with RPMtonight.com. Richard, did you pull the hat down and not watch over that final restart, just kind of like you did at Las Vegas?
I knew he wanted to say they're going to try and put you 3 wide. I know he was thinking that. Don't let him put you 3 wide, because he usually tell me he didn't say it. That's why they did it.
I know.
You didn't say it.
Yeah, no, I knew it was going to. Everybody was going to throw everything they had, and that's what you're supposed to do at that point in the race when you're coming down to win the race. But I just kind of helped on to my adult beverage and said, "Good luck." So he did good.
There you go. It worked. Let's go to Steve.
Steve Ruth, Associated Press. What was better, your driving today or your celebration?
Celebration was pretty good. I had a pretty good burnout. I got it to 3rd gear, and I was burning it down pretty good, and stuck it pretty good, and yeah, it was fun. I'm surprised. Usually Pop starts talking about Nick, and he says he's a hard-working country boy that just gets in there and digs, but now he's going to have to start with he's a smart, engineer-driven country boy that knows how to win.
Yeah, and
The
Austin's,
words out of my mouth, Austin.
Austin's he's got a race tomorrow, so my celebration's just beginning here shortly.
Oh, boy. Let's go to the press box. Go ahead. Questions?
Reed Spencer with NASCAR Wire Service. Austin, knowing whom you were restarting beside on that final restart and having seen what he did in the All-Star race, did you think about taking the outside on that last one?
Well, it's hard to change up what had been working for me all day. And Andy mentioned the fact, hey, where do you want to go? And I had already had it in my back of my mind, bottom. And when he said that, I was like, oh, man. It kind of puts a different feeling in your head. And I thought about it, and we probably should have used the top just because I would have had to run down the backstretch. But it seems that as the race goes on, that outside can stop spinning the tires as the rubber lays down. The bottom, there's an advantage there on the bottom about hooking the tires up before the start-finish line. So that's what I was kind of banking on, and it didn't pay off. I probably should have used the top, and Andy made the point, but all in all, it worked out. But it was definitely, I'll learn from that for sure.
Go ahead, press box.
Lee Spencer, Motorsport.com. Congratulations, Nicky.
Yeah, I don't see where you're at, Lee, but I appreciate it. Lee texts me every time I get a win. Where you at?
I'm in the press box.
She's upstairs.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. But thank you, Lee. Lee's always been following me since I worked for Finch, and she's always been really cool to me.
Thank you. Hey, Pop, what's your plans for Ty Dillon next year? Do you think we're going to see him in more Cup races?
Yeah, I mean, we're kind of working on it now. It sort of depends on the sponsorship and all, but we want to get him set up for Xfinity Series next year, and then if we can get him going in the Cup, that's kind of our plan.
Any other questions to the press box? All clear. Anybody else downstairs? Right here, Dustin, and then Adam. And then back to Chris. Take three more. Dustin, Adam, Chris.
Dustin Long, NBC Sports for Richard. You've celebrated a couple of victories this season with Austin in the Xfinity level. What do you need to do for organization-wise, or where do you feel like you are with the Sprint Cup team to get back into victory lane? I know it's been since, I think, Phoenix 13 where you guys have won. What do you guys need to do to be back here tomorrow night or sometime soon?
Yeah, we're working on a whole lot of new stuff, and we just need to settle down and run what we got, get it better, and then I think that'll put us closer to winter. So cars have been real good. The 78's been good. Paul's been good. Austin, he drove his way up at Bristol to third and had a good shot there at the end and ran out of fuel. So we've had some fast cars. I think Ryan's had more of top 5 finishes this year, and he even had last year early in the season. So we're there. We just got to get over the hump. And the competition that Stuart Haas with Kevin and 41's putting out, and the Hendricks cars, the Penske's, now the Gibbs, everybody's running good. So it's tough, but we're gonna keep working, and I think we got a good shot of winning tomorrow.
Go ahead, Adam.
Aaron. Aaron. There we go. Aaron Burns, National Speed Sport News. This is for Austin. We've heard Nick talk about his relationship with you, and we've heard a little bit from Richard about the relationship you two have. I'm just curious from your perspective, how has that kind of grown through the time that you've been together, and what's it like working with him in the Xfinity Series?
It's a blast, man. I enjoy coming and running the Xfinity Series because I know these guys very well, and I know that they're going to put a good product out there, and I don't have to second guess myself. It's pretty. I ask a question, it gets answered, we move on, and we have a very structured group that goes through things easy, and Nick makes it really easy on me. I can get to talking too much sometimes and talk my way out of things, and Nick's pretty, strong at keeping it in one direction because he has a good plan going into the weekend, and he's got a good history behind that. So I'm confident when he tells me something, and we just move on and keep adjusting on the car till we get it right.
Chris, you have a question? Yeah. Final question right here.
Chris might get you.
A great, for instance, this morning he came into the cup hauler, and I said, hey, I was thinking last night. He said, add left rear spring. And I said, man, that was good. So I didn't even have to say what I was thinking, and he added it. So that was pretty cool.
That was just luck, by the way.
Go ahead, Chris.
ChrisKnightCatchers.com again. For Nick, I think you guys are 2 out of 3 with this car, correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
2 out of 3. Where do you guys plan to take it next?
I think
Dover.
We could turn around and take it to Dover. I know we won Vegas last time. I sit up here and said, we don't plan on taking it to California, and they both so that very well could turn around and take it to Dover next week. But we have a new car coming through the system. Paul Menard's going to run at Michigan. And I'd like to kind of keep this Austin's A car and let Paul's new car be his A car and just keep chugging along throughout the rest of the season as having our A priority cars for both of those two drivers. But this one is very proven, been very fast every time we brought it to the track, so very well could take it to Dover, even though it's not on the plan right now.
Well, very good. Congratulations to the number 33 team, Austin Dillon, crew chief Nick Harrison, and car owner Richard Childress on today's win, and we wish you all the rest of the season a lot of luck and success.
Thank you, guys. Thanks, iSense, for this awesome TV, too. That's cool.
Thank you.
And also, congratulations, Ty Dillon is in the Dash for Cash. Yeah. Could we get you on Clear? Sure, whatever, man. How you doing, man? Congratulations.